So this is from day 3, the cooldown called Why Graphical Representations. I usually like to try to keep my videos as short as possible, right around the 3-minute mark if I can. This one might be a little bit longer. I've got a lot of things that we need to make sure we understand before we can do the cooldown. So first of all, we can represent data in several different forms. And if you've never been in my classroom before and you can hear that background noise, that's my air conditioner. It's really loud. Anyway, moving on. We can represent distribution of data in several different forms, including lists, dot plots, histograms, and box plots. A list displays all the values in a data set and can be organized in different ways. So this list right here shows the pH level for 30 different water samples. I hope you know what pH levels are. They're kind of a measure of how acidic or basic a water sample is. Anyway, moving on. What I did was I took that exact same list and organized it from least to greatest, because often having it all mixed up like that, it's really hard to see what's going on with the numbers. It's even harder to kind of interpret any sort of intelligent things to say about it. So with this list organized, we can more easily interpret it. We can calculate the values of the 5-number summary. And if you recall from the last video, the last lesson, that 5-number summary is what came from, is what is shown in the box plot. The minimum and the maximum, Q1 and Q3, and your median value. Those are your 5 numbers. Next, we want to estimate or calculate the mean, and then create a dot plot, box plot, or histogram. So now that we've organized the information, we can create these different representations. So here's a dot plot and a histogram. If you recall, the dot plot just represents each individual data point. So if I had 30 data points, I had 30 data points, I'm going to have 30 dots here, and each of those dots actually represents a specific number from my list. If you'll recall, a histogram then puts all of the data into buckets, into groups. This first category right here, that first bar, represents all data points that are 5.5 or up to, not including 6. And we see we have 2 of them. And the next one is everything that's 6 up to, but not including 6.5. And if we look back at our dot plot, we have 2 of them. This next bar represents 6.5 all the way up to, but not including 7. So we've got 1, 2 here, 3, 4, 5 of those. 5. Start with a dot plot. Once you have a dot plot, it's really easy to draw a histogram from that. Now, the next part's a little bit trickier. It's that 5-number summary and drawing a dot plot, or not a dot plot, a box plot. So to create a box plot, we need a minimum, first quartile, Q1, median, third quartile, and oh good, air conditioner turned off. We need that 5-number summary. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this list of numbers written in order, and I'm going to show you how to find that 5-number summary. Well, minimum, maximum. Okay, so we've got 2 numbers then. We've got 5.8 and we've got 8.6. Next thing I want to do is I want to find the median value. To find the median value, I have to find the exact middle number. And the way that I can do that is I can just start crossing off numbers on the top end and the bottom end. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gone. I can go 2 more here. I can go 2 more here. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Oh, look at that. I ended up with 2 middle numbers. Well, in this case, if there had been 1 middle number, that would have been your median. However, with 2 middle numbers, what you have to do is take the average of those. So the number right between 7.3 and 7.4 would be 7.35. So that's your median. Okay. This was our min. This was our max. median. Okay. Now that I've found my middle number, I'm going to divide my data set into two halves. All right. To find Q1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to cross off numbers again, but only in the numbers less than that median mark. So I'm going to cross off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go two more, and hey, look, there's my Q1, 6.8. I should use a different color for that. 6.8, that's Q1. Okay, let's do the same thing for our top half of our data set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's weird. I may have screwed something up. Let's see, 30 numbers. Should be 15 and 15. Oh, right. Okay, I forgot the 7.4 over here. One more, and we get 7.9. That's Q3. Just to be clear, I'll point out what my mistake was. Get rid of 1 at the very bottom, 1 at the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, 1 more, and we get that 7.9. All right, sorry about that. Mistakes are a good thing, by the way. It's okay to make mistakes. So I'm going to take all of this information over to my box plot. And if you take a look here, 5.8 is my minimum, 8.6 is my maximum, Q1 of 6.8 is right about there, Q3 of 7.9 is right about there, and my median of 7.35 is right about there. I know that seems a little bit complicated, but really all you're doing is writing out the numbers in order and then crossing them off to find the middle number. And once you find the middle number, you just do that again for all the stuff less than the middle number and all the stuff bigger than the middle number. We're going to be practicing this a lot, so don't worry too much about it, but if you're still not sure exactly how to do some of these things, please let me know. So looking at the cooldown, what we want to do, oh, hey, look, they actually gave you the minimum, the maximum, the median, and Q1 and Q3. We don't even have to worry about calculating it this time. Create a box plot. Create a histogram. This right here will really help you with your histogram because, hey, take a look. There's already these categories here for your individual bars. And by the way, they do give you this graph over here that would be helpful. So make sure you're using that. And give me a good answer on that question. Which one shows most easily how many schools have at least 100 teachers per school? All right, sorry about the video length. Like I said, I usually try to keep them shorter, but if you need anything else after this, please let me know.